Well, today was an interesting day. Thankfully, Dr. Rob is in the building.
Hi.
And it was all going so well. What are we doing here, Rob?
We're going to plug it in and see why you're not functioning, sir. I suspect it could be a fuel pump issue, but we will soon find out.
Is it a common thing?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. These have been really reliable all season, actually.
Come on, hopefully it's something quick, because I mean, yeah.
This will probably take longer to boot up than it will. Than it will to diagnose anything.
Is that got Trojan horse on it? Is it riddled with porn, or is that is it a work computer?
No, it's a work one.
Okay, right.
It's a work one, same as what you get in a dealership.
Right. So actually, we had a pretty good day today. Free practice in the dry, 7th, which I was over the moon with, because like Alton Park, I love this place, but never really had the results. So, but yeah, happy enough, and not a million miles off sort of top 5. So I was kind of happy with that. And then went out for qualifying in the wet. Well, it was damp, but there was a dry line everywhere. So I came in and I was 2nd, and then we put a fresh boot in, a dry rear in, and did half a lap and got to gooseneck, and it cut out. I thought I dropped a valve for a minute, but it hasn't. Give us some good news. Well, yeah. it can be bad, but it can be
just news.
Just news. Yeah. While you're here, can you give us a quick map in there? Put a quick map in.
What race map?
Like your boys. So we got no voltage supply. Is that what the computer says?
Yeah. The computer says no voltage. So it's going to run through, check all your terminals, etc.
Well, it all looks pretty serious, but the good news is Dr. Rob has come through once again.
We have found a fault, sir. When your coil pack has gone down.
Cool pack, is it?
Yeah, and what it does
Can't
is...
see, I'll come out this way. It's a bit light on the subject. That's better, I can see your face now. There we go.
Got a bit of light on the subject in here, just to see what you're looking at. Yeah, these are 2 coil packs there. What happens is these link together. So if you get a fault with one, it shuts the whole system down.
Okay.
It's like a fail safe. Obviously we've checked all the supply to your injectors and everything. They're all good. So we've unplugged these, faults that exist, unplugged the 2nd coil, fault's gone away, the power's now back to the system.
Happy days.
So hopefully we'll rebuild it now, all good to go. So hopefully
Cinderella will go to the ball.
Couple minutes time we'll be running again and you can go riding.
Oh.
Woo! There you go.
Oh, thank you, boys.
No problem at all.
Check out Pyramid on the internets and see what they have to offer for your bike. As well as big name brands, there's a host of their own quality UK made parts ready to make your bike better.
So here we are rolling up onto the grid for the heat race, qualifying back in about 16th, I think. That's what happens when you do 2 laps of qualifying. Now what you don't see is the bedlam beforehand. It rained as we go onto the grid originally, they delayed it, and I opted for wets, and as you'll see here, it was probably the wrong decision. Lights are on, lights are off, and a very, very mediocre start, I'd say. Somehow didn't get passed by the guys behind me. Mind you, I didn't have that many behind me to start off with, but yeah, very cautious start, despite an overtake there, and just bedding it in, wet tyres, on a dry track. You've got probably decent grip for 2 laps, before then after that, as you'll see, the poo hits the fan. So onto the back straight, if you can call it that, up to park, and on the brakes there is what you don't see. I had an almighty front tuck, which I think just ruined my confidence for the rest of the race then anyway, but got back onto the pack and started to make moves past my mate Peter Dazzler there. Lovely jubbly, and again onto the park straight. Nice bit of slipstream here, little double slipstream from Adrian and Max, but as you'll see, not enough balls to make it up the inside. Should have done it, but yeah, lost all confidence after the previous lap. So you've got to make plans to overtake in different ways when you can't get the speed on the brakes, and nice little cheeky move around the outside, but Max is aware to it, and yeah, I had a front judder then, proper front judder. The front wet was not loving it, but anyway, next lap, better drive out the corner, and job done. So later that lap, I don't know who this is, I can't remember, forgive me, but yeah, thought about a move into Hall Bends, but probably not the best punting us off onto the scenery. Again, thought about a little move there, but too good on the brakes. In the end, a nice, fairly lungy move into Mansfield. Late that lap, caught onto the back of the wily old Adrian Teasdale. This guy's been racing. He's been racing for a long time, and he knows what to do. I thought, right, get up the inside there, lovely. And I think I'm up to 7th or 8th here. I can't remember exactly where, but I think, right, okay, got a couple of laps left, and let's get my head down, see if I can catch the guy in front. But just about now I could feel he was in my slipstream, and he's I think he's about 15-20 kilos lighter than me, and yeah, there it is, slams it on its side, on its nose in front of me. But yeah, straight back past, and I think you can guess what's coming next, sports fans. Just a race of, once again, regretting lifestyle choices. I don't know if you saw that little front tuck there at Charlie's 2, I think. Charlie's 1, Charlie's 2. Thought I'd play it safe, defensive, but no, Adrian's around the outside, hard on the brakes, the swine. And at this point I'm getting really pissed off because there's not that many places to pass around Cadwell. Cleanly anyway, when you're on the same bike and you run the same tyres, most of the other guys in front had a front wet and dry rear. Me and Adrian were one of the few towards the front that were still on front, full wets, and this really was my only chance, and Adrian knows it. He's braking late, no chance, Al, you're not having that, son. And despite running a little bit wide and sacrificing exit, that's it. So yeah, I was not best pleased with that 8th place finish in the heat race, and all my own doing. Well, I've calmed down a bit now. The toys were well and truly out the pram. It's my fault. My thinking was it was going to rain. We looked at radars and it looked like it was going to rain again, and went out the warm-up lap. We had 2 warm-up laps, and it looked like it was going to rain, and then magically the clouds sort of parted around Cadwell, and yeah, it's a real shame, because that means now I start 15th in tomorrow's main event, and there's a hell of a lot of work to do. And you know, really I'm sort of 8, 9, 10 places back than I should be, but that's racing, and yeah, I know I keep banging on about it, but this is supposed to be fun this year, and it is. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm loving seeing you guys, meeting so many people, meeting so many 44-teethers. But you know, when it's business time and you want to go racing, you don't. You know, look, everyone's congratulating me, saying it was a great ride and this and that, and I just needed to get a bit further forward. And unfortunately, the tyres held me back. They weren't in a particularly good shape, but unfortunately, it all stems from qualifying. You know, doing a couple of laps in qualifying in 26th or whatever it was. That's a snowball of shittery. That's you know, put me on the back foot from the very start of the weekend, and I haven't got the talent, ability, and everything else to pull it off these days. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, we start 15th tomorrow. New day. Go trying some stuff in warm up. And yeah, go from there. So we've had an official warning from the scrutineers.
Right. What, you have? No. Oh.
Yes, Matthew.
Yes.
We've had an official warning from the scrutineers about a hole in the belly pan.
That you just keep ignoring.
Well, no, I don't keep ignoring. Don't you start. To be fair, it was catching fire in qualifying yesterday, but I kept that quiet. Yeah. So Jay's the master of fiberglass. He's
the master of us
bodging.
Us three here, yeah. So let's not have any YouTube criticism. Thanks.
No, to be fair, me and Matt got caught on TV, didn't we, Matt?
Yeah, first time chasing a rear wheel and the camera's on me.
Yeah, you two got
Yeah, I wasn't happy with it, to be honest, but you know, deal with the situation when it happens.
We got caught. Well, I mean, to be fair,
the person that's changed wheels before is me, and I didn't even get on camera.
So we had
would have been all the focus was on us.
We had a bit of difficulty, so yeah, we had the rear wheel change in pit lane the rear wheel wouldn't go in because it's not Matt's fault. He just didn't know. You got to properly stamp on it, and of course the camera was just like there on Matt, like, and he was sort of politely sort of stepping on it, and I went, no, Matt, just come here.
I didn't know there was a better way to do it. I thought, just sound a bit.
So I just like sod the camera. So I just like literally jumped on it, and it went in, and the rear wheel went in, thankfully. But
which is shocking with your lightweight frame.
exactly,
Yeah.
fluke.
Oh, it smells good, doesn't it? Oh, let's see if I can soak a bit of it. This is the makeshift brush, because obviously this is, first world problems and all that.
It is race day, sports fans. What you got, Reg?
Al Simone.
Al Simone. Last night's Italian for breakfast. You're winning, mate. Where's that garlic bread? You had it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I left that at the restaurant.
You left it. I think these wets are somewhat done. That's what happens after 8 laps of Cadwell in the dry. There we go. Right, just been down to scrutineering. Belly pan is fixed. We're cleared. Good to go.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful.
There he's on the vlog, look. There he is.
Hi guys.
So Gorgeous George and others have joined us for a race day, and not only borrowing Boothy's awning and other bits and bobs, wheel rack and stuff, but what do you call it? The wanker pipe?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tried using this the other day, and I have no idea what it does. I know what it's supposed to do, but I couldn't get it to work, and now George is going to show us how to use the wanker stick. So for your £4 a litre, £100 a can of Panther race fuel that we have to run. What? What do you do? You go. Okay, I thought you wiggle it. You put it in and out.
Yeah.
Wank it.
Wanker.
Say again?
How do you wank? You don't wank like that, do you? You wank like that. You fucking pudding.
Oh, fuck me. Okay. So as soon as you pull it out, it stops?
Yeah.
Genius. So here we are on the grid for the main event on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday. Sun's out, crowd's out, lights are on, and they're out. And it's a much better start this time. Up the inside of Mr. Stevens there, and onto the pack. So I'm 15th. I qualified 15th for the main event. So work to do. I knew I had the pace, just about getting past him, and I already let Mr. Stevens back through. So I will take you for a full lap on the first lap and run through some of the interesting facts of the BMW. Like this being one of them, I'm too fat for it. Losing contact with the pack already, and not sure who this is, but yes, I get overtaken once again into park. So work to do. Already getting frustrated. Like I said, I know I should be further up the field, but I'm riding too soft in these first few laps. I've just done it all year, but there we go, can't change it now. But this is a proper lunging lunge. Wasn't sure I was going to make the corner, but we did. I'm not sure you can hear it, but I ground the engine casing out on the left hand side then and almost lost the front, but we'll get to that in a minute. So right in the middle of the pack again, albeit further back than I should be. Over the mountain, try not to start it too much because I've got some passes to make. I know that this is going to be one of them. Into the hairpin. Can he do it? Oh no, that's that would have been T-Bone Terry. So concentrate on getting the drive onto the start-finish straight. But Mr. Stevens there he's looking good. He's looking racy, just edging away there. So realistically, there's not going to be a lunge going into the first corner. Maybe into turn 2. No, despite the pace being decent. So it's all about getting the drive out of here onto the park straight, and this is looking good. Got a decent slipstream. Tyres are warm, confidence is up, and even though we both let off, I just about made the corner, and set about And as you can see here, the pack's disappearing. I've left myself with a horrendous amount of work to do, so it's just a case of getting my head down now. And I had a bit of a mid-race lull, which we'll get to in a bit, but found my rhythm, and once I'm by myself, I can ride my rhythm and ride the pace. But caught on the back of Adrian pretty quickly, so probably my favourite passing place all weekend was going into the hairpin after Hall bends. Carry speed through, careful not to ground the engine casing out on the curb there, like a few of them did. And yeah, straight up the inside, lovely jubbly. So now it's just a case of getting into that rhythm, getting my head down, full on race mode, attack mode, and hopefully no one comes past me. But yeah, as you can see there, the gap, that's basically the pack from 7th to 12th. So I've got some work to do, but you know, it's not a million miles off. However, the next lap, the next lap, as you can see, I'm catching them, and I think on that lap I was sort of over 1.5 seconds quicker, but a false neutral, and that allowed Max McRae to come through. So all that hard work once again undone. So I had to be a bit of a brute and make some lunges. Thought about going into my favourite place, but I think Max is a bit too wise for that. Yeah, chopped my nose off. And actually, it turns out, you know, I know these fat lads like myself get punished, but being tall, you get punished as well. And nice little slipstream, and Max lets off the brakes. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to make the corner here. It was a proper front tuck, and the forks were complaining, and the springs were going up and down, and it wasn't very pretty, but we made it. Bit of clutch slip down the gear, lovely. So this is 3 laps later, and I caught the pack up. I set the 7th fastest lap of the race. Like I said, I can run the pace when I'm by myself, but that's useless when you've got a grid full of 40 bikes on the same machinery. But anyway, let's just listen to this. Not sure if you can hear it. Just there, the engine casing caught me out again, and yeah, very nearly lost the front. And well, both wheels picked up, more the front, but yeah, all the weight goes onto the engine casing. It's pretty leery. But so here is this is 8th, 9th and 10th, and unfortunately on I think it's the penultimate lap, we catch a back marker, and this scuppers the whole job. Charlie and Harley have just got through, and me and this other lad, I think it's James gets through, and I just about do, but obviously losing valuable time, and that rogered the race really. So still hadn't given up, still felt good. But honestly, I felt like this is 12 laps around Cadwell, and even on these things, it's really physical work, and a lot of people were complaining about arm pump, but surprisingly I felt really decent, and I could have had certainly another 3 or 4 laps, just because I was in that groove and in that zone, and I wanted to pass these guys because I had the pace, and just run out of laps. So this is the last lap now. Unfortunately, just wasn't enough time to do so. These guys in front have been beating the hell out of each other for the whole race, and so there's still a chance that something could have happened. But although it was my best result of 11th place, and we were in the fight for a much better finish, still pissed off, still gutted, and I don't think I'll be ever happy until I get a top 10 this season. And who knows, we may get another chance to do that. End of the day, end of the weekend. Just frustrating, really. I mean, yeah, I don't know what to say. Shit week, shit qualifying, snowballs into shit results. I mean, look, it's my best result of the year, and I should be happy. But I set the 7th fastest lap of the race, and again showed that we got good pace in the dry, but unfortunately just run out of laps. So, but yeah, pack down starts now. It's happening. I don't think anyone appreciates how much effort goes into racing, and yeah, all these boys, I want to thank you, mate. Love you. Udders and George, their bike is going straight back to George's, and preps for Donington in a few weeks' time. And yeah, it's a monumental effort from a lot of people, and yeah, I just want to thank everyone, because Christian nearly said Kieran then. What up, mate?
Thank you.
Podium interview. How was it?
We having a little interview, are we?
Yeah. You need to slow down, mate.
Over the moon.
Oh yeah.
Right, over the moon.
Yeah. Was it a good race? Was it lonely or was it you?
Oh no. Barry was behind me the whole time until
right.
he clipped the back marker through all bends and went straight across the grass. I thought I can actually breathe for a bit now because I went round every lap, saw +0 wheezing across the line.
Nice one, mate. Well done.
After Snap Foot Pecking Worlds, it was a long time coming, but
Well done,
we finally stayed upright.
You deserve it. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye scooter, bye bike, and we've got some exciting news. I think we might be both doing brands at the final round of the year. I think we might have secured another bike, but we'll get to that another time. Anyway. Oh, hang on. Do you want to record that?
It's not first.
Bye.